This looks very dungeon-like, Destil.
Uh-huh. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
All
Yeah,
right.
this is the actual dungeon map, though.
So
Right
yeah,
over
they
there.
direct you to the landing tower where people would normally call sky coaches above Terminus itself, above the actual lightning rail station.
Okay.
Which all this tower and then this one here too are all apartments, and they give you they tell you it's somewhere in the lower half of the tower.
Okay.
And that's pretty much what you're given. They say that when the next rail arrives, right on schedule, there's going to be a big commotion. So.
And
Wait,
we're going to try to bribe our way into the room below theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, I'm assuming Willow is
Yeah.
suggesting this to put us in a position to do like some reconnaissance.
Right.
But actually, Nilo is considering actually breaking the floor and going up. Like
That sounds awfully rude.
literally up through the floor.
So how are you? So you could either get get someone to fly you up to the actual, because basically these are stairs. This spiral stairway leads down through this building, and then into the actual lightning rail station, which this map just cut off because this map was gigantic and it took me a couple hours to actually get it laid out for this application. So basically, there's a somewhat steady stream of people coming and going as the as the lightning rails come and go. They'll basically follow this railway up, and then they'll call a sky coach up here from the pinnacle.
There's nothing to be gained by splitting up here, I don't think. Is there?
There's more below this too, for the actual station.
Okay.
So we.
It's in the. They're pretty sure that at least her apartment, and B, the safe house where they lost one of their members is within these buildings, but they don't have a lot more information than that for you.
So they don't even know which apartment it is?
No.
So like what do they think our
He didn't
our
tell
game
you what
is?
apartment it is. He knows it's in these two towers.
That's not. How many apartments are in these two towers? Like 300?
You'd have to go inside and let me see here. You could probably start talking to people, just asking if. So how do you want to find that out?
I mean, if we start going up to people and showing them a silver coin and saying which apartment does the half ogre live in, I think that'll get the job done pretty quick.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Okay.
I recommend we don't go up to any goblinoids.
I came up with the idea, so I don't think I should spend the silver, though.
You are very good at spending other people's money, I must admit.
Willow will pay.
It's the most fun thing in the world.
Okay. So let's see here. So you're just talking to people like around the station?
Yeah. People who look like they live here.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay. Can that be charisma investigation?
No, investigation is to find the lead. You might have charisma if you're trying to get more information out of the source.
I am bad at this. 2. You guys might want to go looking for half ogres. This isn't my game.
Right.
I'll talk to the guy once you find him.
Sure. So we have, what, about 20 minutes?
Well, that check took about 10 of it. You
Okay.
were not able to find any leads on the half ogres in the first 10 minutes. You were talking to people that you think live in this area. Are you actually going into the towers themselves? Or are you trying to find out which room it is before you head in there?
So these buildings, would they have, like, property managers? Superintendent kind of people? Maintenance
Whoever
staff?
owns the building, there might be a person who you could talk to like have. It depends. I mean, it's an entirely mishmash system, so it's not like there's going to be a consistent answer for that. Like if you want to find that for a specific building, some of these buildings, every apartment's owned by someone else. It's a real mess.
All right, I'll go into the building and see if I can.
Okay. So you make your way into the lightning rail station. There's a lot of publicly accessible stairways that go up into those towers. What I want is another investigation here to see if we can find anyone who is willing to help you.
And 10 minutes later, Nilo comes back like, nobody lives in this building. At all.
Okay, New plan.
What was your investigate?
It was a 1.
Yeah, no. You know, talking to everyone available in the public, no one is willing to either give you or knows about any have ogres living here. I mean, very few of them are even really.
All right. So here's a new plan that we have in the next 30 seconds.
Now before the next rail arrives, you can see people kind of lining up, getting ready for it. There are porters ready to pull bags off the rail. It's going to be a whole big thing in about maybe 5 minutes here. You have no idea what the halflings are planning.
Okay.
We get eyes on on the doors of the apartments, right? Because this looks like a big spire.
There's like half a dozen. Like a lot of them are interior too.
So we get eyes on as many of these doors as we can, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we wait for whatever's going to happen, and we see which one angry goblins show up behind.
Okay.
All right.
Right?
That checks out.
Because like that's what we hear that this gang is made up of is goblinoids.
No, there's not as many goblinoids as most of the other monstrous races. Now, there are some goblins. You already fought in some.
Monstrous races. We look to see which one an angry one pops up behind. And that's our game plan. How does that sound to people?
And then chase him in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Because we're rolling up ones here.
Mm-hmm. So where on the station do you want to be? Or in these towers?
I'm going to... So there's like a main thoroughfare that goes from the station into the building proper, yes?
Yeah, I wish I had cut out a different view of this map because I had to chop it up. Basically, this tower is where the sky coaches will land.
Right.
So that's the most direct way to get into the upper city from the station. This tower is next to it, and the stairway leads into it. Then there's a stairway that leads down inside this tower, goes across a short bridge to another shorter tower, and that tower actually has a stairway leading up into the station itself.
Okay. We don't know what the halflings are going to do we?
No idea. We have no idea. We just know it's going to be something dramatic.
Makes it more fun. I kind of think we should be near the station, right?
Well,
those towers, this tower, and a third tower that's lower and off the bottom of this map that I have on another map, are all part of the same building with the station on the lowest floor.
Okay.
Because here's the way that I see it, right?
Right.
Is that we were told the distraction is going to be involving the station.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that they think that whoever is taking care of this will be able to notice it from the station. So anyone that can notice something happening at the station, we will be able to notice them from the station.
Okay.
So if we just get into like a lookout point above the station and we can see who has a line of sight on us, we'll be able to see who reacts when the station has something happen.
That's kind of what I did with the kobolds at the bar.
So you're going to need a plan here. You got about 5 minutes left. Does someone want to, how are you trying to find that lookout point? Are you going to try and it wouldn't be hard to, for instance, get someone to fly you up to, the best vantage point is obviously this. There are no towers immediately above you. It's basically the top of this area.
And I still have my Featherfall icon, right?
Yeah. So
what do I have to do to activate that?
It's an action, so you have to actually make a check if you're falling to use it before you hit the ground.
Gotcha.
It's not a reaction like the spell.
But I could use it preemptively too, right? Use the action and then jump? Okay.
Yeah, you can take the action and then step off the...
Go ahead, Nodal.
Movement.
How about we just pay someone to fly us up there, right? And then we wait, and when we see whatever happens, and we see where we want to land, we use the token, and then we just jump. Float there.
If we have to, we might be able to just go in from the top.
We might be able to just go in.
So, yeah, we're going to find a good vantage point up there, and then...
So, paying someone to fly you to the top of that tower, well, if you want to get someone to fly you somewhere, you better get to the top of that tower, because that's where the sky coaches take off.
Okay.
All right, then let's just walk.
Okay.
Yeah.
This study sucks. I hate Sharn. People fly you when you don't want them to fly you.
I trip Willow.
So this is the top of the tower?
People trip you.
Can I go ahead and get you guys where you're supposed to be when this is all going down, where you're keeping watch? There's a lot of people coming in. There doesn't seem to be too many people getting ready for the next train. Next train is apparently heading out to Rote, and there just doesn't seem to be a ton of demand for it. There's a lot of people getting off that train coming in from somewhere else. There's a couple of sky carts here that are parked with porters ready to bring people's bags up here and ferry them off into other parts of the city, but not too many people getting on this next train that's going to arrive in a few minutes.
And so if we're on this side of the tower, we can look down and see the top of this tower and the one below it.
Yeah, and it's misting at this point, so you can get a pretty clear view. A lot of the ever-burning torches are lit because it is dark enough for that.
How much of a climb from, say, this landing, which are stairs, up to the top of the tower?
To the top?
Like if I was on this square, how much of a climb? 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, I can make that in one round. So I'm going to be down on the first landing of stairs down here.
Okay.
Why do they ever turn the torches off if they're ever burning?
They turn them off during the day.
Why?
Sorry, the book doesn't say why. I don't remember. Or maybe they aren't, and I just misremembered that part of the book. I'm sorry, Nodal.
This is more just Willow wondering.
Okay. All right, so all of you are on the top of that tower, and as you are, can I go ahead and get active perceptions from people trying to keep a watch here?
Yes.
I might be good at that. We'll see.
Hey, I didn't roll a 1. I got a 19.
I've been rolling so badly, except I've been rolling 2s, because if I rolled a 1, I could re-roll it.
That's a 9 for me.
18.
8.
What was the highest of those?
19.
Okay.
Crush.
Nilo, as you can hear the arcing sparks of the train starting to pull in towards the station, you can see it barely out of the out of the haze of mist around you, below you, and around the corner. Maybe 30 or 40 glide wings just leap into the air with colorful banners and halflings with fanciful masks and lots of colors just sailing across this entire district. Apparently you're now in the middle of a major Tentalia halfling parade. It's taking place in the sky and on the streets. You see maybe 2 or 3 dinosaurs below you taking up a ton of space on some of these narrow bridges.
I'm sorry, did you say dinosaurs?
Yes.
Okay.
So dinosaurs in Eberron are mostly ridden by halflings who live nomadically, traditionally in the Tentalia plains. And yes, there are maybe 40 or 50 halflings putting on this massive parade, both across the bridges and in the sky. They have these streamers on their glide wings, which are pterodactyls, and there's just like, it's a canopy of sight and color and traditional halfling music.
This is not what I had in mind when the halfling said he was going to... So it's going to take me a minute to process this.
Yes. And in the middle of all of this, Nilo, who was the second highest perception?
It was me. It was Melvin.
Oh, I was that.
18.
In the middle of all of this, coming out from another tower, like kind of mixed in with these halflings, are 5 gnolls and a human on green discs with bows drawn. So I'm going to need initiative rolls.
There's the Jason Bourne shit we were all expecting.
This is from the other side, though. These weren't the people that I was hoping. Oh, I forgot. That's right. Willow is always ready to party.
Willow is the Vengabus.
God. Of course the halflings ride dinosaurs. Why wouldn't they?
Welcome to Eberron.
Yeah, why the hell not?
I feel like you should have noticed this, Brickroad. Like I'm not surprised by this. I read the book.
So if you've seen the cover of the book, this is exactly the scene on the cover of the book with the gnoll on the glowing green disc and the human fighting them.
Oh, okay. Because I had the special edition that didn't have that one on it.
Oh, listen to hoity-toity pants over here with
Mr.
the
Special Edition doesn't have a human on a disc.
More like the halflings riding dinosaurs guy.
Okay.
Give me just 1 second to get the initiatives for the other guys. +1. All right.
I feel like if you're going to make a fantasy setting, it's possible to put too much in, right? Like you can have.
Never.
Like, do we have the robot racism or do we have the halflings riding dinosaurs?
Porque
Why not
no
both?
los dos.
I need one more thing for this combat. Where are you? There we go. So yeah, there are 7 gnolls with longbows and spears, and 1 human in robes approaching the top of your, coming from just a little bit above you.
Okay.
On these discs, and it looks like Willow gets the first initiative. No one is particularly surprised here. They use the parade to some degree as cover, but they can't get close enough without you guys seeing them. It's a clear sky.
I can't believe they're the ones using the parade as cover. I feel so betrayed by these halflings. They've done us a bad turn.
This happens in Sharn. Like, you check the weather, and it's like, clear with a chance at halflings and dinosaurs.
All right, well, before everything starts popping off, I am going to... okay, so Melvin always casts spells that don't require an attack roll. So I'm going to give Bless to myself, Rehkhan, and Nilo.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
And then so they're going to come from this direction. I'm going to put myself over here so that my Bless doesn't immediately get shot off of me. And what is this something I can duck for cover behind?
Yeah, there's a lot of cover actually up here. It's not going to be hard to get cover behind a lot of the baggage and whatnot that's built up on this platform. So pretty much if you want to spend half your movement, you can get cover behind something.
Yep. All right, that's it for me.
All right. And next we have a human. Nilo, you recognize this as the human that had the wand earlier.
Oh.
He flies probably about 40 feet above you. And yeah, you're just sitting out there right in the open. It's just sea levels are wanting to fireball at you.
Use that wand. Get that wand.
That is an armor class of 15.
15 does hit.
I have dice. For 4 fire damage.
That's a considerable percentage of my hit point total.
And then she skates back on her disc. A bit more out of range. Next we have Nilo with Rehkhan on deck.
I thought there were 6 gnolls. I only see 5 out here.
5 gnolls plus the person with the wand.
Okay, I thought there were 7 total for some reason. All right. First thing I'm going to do is bonus action dash. That gives me... Hold on, I need to check and see if my shifting is a bonus action. It is. And it's better to dash here. Bonus action dash should give me 60 feet of movement. Which should give me plenty to climb up the wall up here.
Mm-hmm.
Is the way the group of them are coming in for a landing up here? Was that the intent?
Looks like they might be circling and peppering you guys with arrows. They all have longbows, but hard to say.
Okay.
They do have spears. Do you have a climb speed when you shift?
I didn't shift.
Oh, okay.
No.
Do you have a climb speed naturally?
No, which is why essentially counted as difficult terrain. I used my bonus action to dash to get myself.
Can I get an athletics for that climb? The stonework here is pretty rough, so it's not going to be too hard.
9.
Go ahead and take triple movement then.
Triple movement.
Yeah, because you're not making good time up this stone. Instead of double movement for difficult terrain.
No, then I'm just going to action dash to get to the top.
Okay.
Difficult terrain.
All right. Do you have any movement left after that?
No.
Okay. We've got Rehkhan with Melvin on deck.
All right, I'm going to take a shot at that human I'm going to pay the human back in kind with some firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a stupid wand to do it. Jeez, how lame is that?
What's your spell focus?
What does it say about me as a person? That is the first question I answer when I'm coming up with a spellcaster.
I never really thought about it because I don't think about those things because I'm kind of dumb like that. It's a scepter. Sure, excellent scepter, wonderful. Pew. That's a 23 to hit.
Yep.
Let's see if I can knock this guy off of his doodly whacker.
But just so we're clear, Scepter's rule wants drool. Is that what we're...
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the 3 fire damage.
Yeah.
And she reels as she's seared by that burst of flame.
Coming from a scepter, which is rad.
Right.
Yeah.
Scepters are fine.
I'm gonna scoot back over this way.
Okay. How much movement did you use?
Like 20, 25.
Okay, so you're not taking cover?
If I could take cover, that'd be fucking
If you spend 15 feet of movement, you can get cover behind the various baggage or maybe one of the parked sky coaches on the platform.
Okay, then that would put me like right around here to take cover, like in that, like right there. Is there cover? Is there cover
Yeah,
in that area?
cover is abstract, but as long as you spend the movement, you'll be able to find a place for
Oh
it.
yeah, absolutely. Then I will do that.
All right.
Abstract cover.
Melvin's up. We got Knowles on deck.
Vicious mockery. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
What's the target?
12.
I mean, what's the target of the spell?
This guy.
Sure. It's a failure.
Sweet. Why did I
They
go
are
away from
mocked.
the spell page? What's wrong with me? It's a D4, I think, right? Yeah. So, come on. 1 damage. And he has disadvantage on his attack roll. And let's get behind cover.
And she clutches her head as your words work her way into her mind. Is that it for you?
Yeah, move 15 feet to get behind cover and something, because this is going to suck. I can't believe they're floating, and that sucks.
So who all is behind cover right now? I believe it's Rehkhan and Melvin.
I am as well, Willow.
Okay, so everyone except Nilo.
Nilo, get behind cover.
I tried!
There we go. All right, so we got 2 arrows coming at Nilo. I've got dice. That'll hit 12 and a 5.
No.
We have 2 arrows coming at Melvin behind cover. After the cover, that hits a 13 and 4.
13 hits.
Okay.
My man with the butt AC.
For 3 damage, there's a longbow a longbow arrow just kind of slams right into your shoulder.
Not cool.
One last long shot at the halfling in the back. That's going to hit an armor class of, after the cover, 11. The gnolls seem to be frustrated, aside from the one that managed to land a hit, gnashing their teeth as their arrows bounce off bags and whatnot, and they fly in, pulling out their spears. 2 of them drop their bows into the depths below. These discs move pretty fast. The one who managed to land a hit and the mage right stay back. We've got Willow up with the mage on deck.
All right.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh, did I miss you? Or you?
No, hold on. My man just ended his turn right here?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
he's flying about 5 feet above you on this disc.
I'm going to use my reaction to, what's the trait called?
Scuttling coward.
Maybe? Oh, I've got to be shifted to do that. Never mind.
Okay.
Nope.
Willow.
All right. So remember before when I said that I didn't have any non-fatal spells?
Mm-hmm.
There's a very specific reason for that.
Yeah.
I am going to be targeting these two and casting Sleep.
Which
Would you
two?
describe them as balancing on those discs?
Yeah. Can you ping the two that you're targeting? Okay.
Uh, 25 hit points worth of creatures fall unconscious, starting with the ones with the lowest HP.
So the woman with the robe falls unconscious, and I'm going to give her a 50-50 chance to slump off the disc and fall to her death or something. She's just barely hanging on top of that disc. The Nodal is unaffected.
Okay.
Bonus action or movement, you're going to have to actually move again to maintain cover.
Yeah, I will move to maintain cover.
Yep. And
Where should I move to?
You have 15 feet of movement, and then spend the other 15 to get cover.
Okay.
Basically.
Do it over here.
So you're on the upper level here, right? Not at the bottom?
Yes.
Okay. She's asleep, so it's Nilo.
There's like stacks of bags and stuff around here?
Yeah, bags. There's a sky coach that's been waiting. Lots of people are now there aren't really that many people around here right now.
Okay.
Just you guys and these gnolls.
We say like stacks of bags.
Mm-hmm.
Like how tall are we talking here? Like
taller than the Halfling, like large chests and all sorts of fun stuff.
So what I really want to do is throw my full body weight into a pile of luggage so it topples over against one of these gnomes and sends them over the side of the building.
They're gnolls, and I'm going to need an athletics check if that's what you want to try and do.
Does it look like this is going to work? Like, is there enough baggage?
What's your strength bonus? There's definitely enough stuff there if you can get it to move.
I've got a +1 strength.
Yeah, it's not a question of whether or not it'll work. It's a question of whether or not you'll be able to actually push it over quickly.
And I can't use my bless on an ability check. Is that right?
I believe so.
Yeah, it's just attack rolls. Or saving throw.
You know what? Go ahead and add it, because this will effectively be an improvised bull rush.
Okay. Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah, add your proficiency, your strength, and the bless.
Proficiency. So this is effectively it's a hit roll.
Yep.
Okay.
To be clear, gnolls are just gnomes that you can pet.
It's not going to be terrible, actually. We're looking at a 17, 18, 19, 21.
So Nilo throws his whole weight behind one of these large chests with a couple of massive suitcases piled precariously on top of them. They tumble over, and these gnolls, let me give them some dexterity saving throws.
Oh, am I getting both of them? That's awesome.
They both manage to avoid getting pushed over to avoid falling to their deaths, but they're both precariously hanging on the side right here as just a massive number of bags and stuff tumble off the edge here. So they're basically they're right here on this map. Just hanging on their toes. That was an action, so you still have a bonus and your movement. And yeah, a lot of luggage. It's all mostly empty. There doesn't seem to be anything. It looks like they were going to collect stuff from people arriving on the train that just pulled into these bags.
To take an action to upend my brand spanking new bag of ball bearings on top of them?
Yeah, that's an. Can you use item as a cunning action, or is that thief only?
No, it's not a.
Yeah, so yeah, it would take your action to pull out your stuff. You can pull them out of your pack without taking an action, but to actually throw out ball. Plus, yeah. I don't think ball bearings would help in this situation. They're not standing. They're clinging to the edge of the tower with their hands.
Oh.
Drop something heavy on their fingers.
Oh, okay. So they didn't land on their.
No.
They're grabbing.
No, they're 3 feet above that. So they're right here on this diagram. So 20 or 30 feet above this ramp.
Okay, they didn't actually fall down to the ramp.
No, there's a mess of bags down there. No, mostly broken, and some more falling further into the city.
That counted. It wasn't a melee weapon attack. Can I just walk over and start stomping on one of their fingers then?
That would be an attack.
All right, then let's actually bonus action to disengage.
Yep.
Since technically I'm still within 5 feet of this jabroni.
I mean, if he were to take a stab at you with a spear, he'd be holding onto it with one hand, and that probably wouldn't end well.
He's a gnoll. I'm not sure he.
His disc has gone flying off into the unknown, as has the other ones.
Excellent.
I want those discs.
I'm gonna disengage,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna move back. I'm sorry. Let's see. These are 5.
Yep. And if you spend 25 feet of movement after you move, you can get cover.
Yeah, let's do that. That puts me about up here.
Those are the discs.
I'm good there.
Okay. Who's next?
Green.
Sorry. Yeah, Rehkhan with Melvin on deck.
Yeah. So I think if I were to shoot the mage, then they would wake up, and that's not good for anybody. The Nodal, on the other hand, who's still hanging out back there, seems to be in a bit of trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and make his life a little more miserable. I.e. a firebolt to the face.
Okay.
22 to hit.
That hits.
And you're looking at 4 points of fire damage to that guy.
Okay. And yeah, you singe the Nodal's fur. He howls in anger.
Shift and take cover.
Okay.
Shift position, that is, not like shift
Yep.
or shift.
Melvin's up. Noles are on deck.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Music.
I am going to need I'm going to need this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Sure.
As Melvin pulls out his loot and strikes a cord
Oh,
with
no.
a whole lot of force.
They're not good at this either. All right, I got an 18 and a bunch of things under a 10.
All right, the 18 saves.
Okay. We're going to say that's
is
this one. I'm just
Oh no!
orienting these based on where the dice fell.
Oh. 4 damage
Yep.
as Thunderwave lets loose and pushes them all back 10 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think the damage number matters.
Except that guy.
Okay, I think you actually have to cast it from here to get all 4 of them.
Do I?
You want to cast it from there because then you have a much better angle on that guy to your east.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's
yeah.
in order to get that guy too. Yeah.
All right,
All right, so let's see here. How far does it push him?
10 feet.
All right, I'm going to give that one a dexterity saving throw. What's your spell save DC?
Well, no. It's if they make the con save, they don't get moved.
Oh, that one, yeah, that one doesn't get moved then, because that was on the fast. All right, so I'm going to give this one a dexterity saving throw. What's your spell save DC?
12.
And I'm going to give these 2 dexterity saving throws at disadvantage because they're holding onto the lip of the stone. And there is a howl and a bunch of screaming, and you can hear the sound of breaking bone as at least one of them clips on this, as 3 of the gnolls tumble off. Let's see, so there's 2 more discs. Or, well, 1 more disc, because there's one that stood up. So the one there, does he take half damage? Do you take 2?
Yes, he takes 2 damage.
Hey, Melvin.
Yep.
That is my new favorite song.
And yeah, the other 3 tumble maybe to their deaths. You might want to go investigate if you're curious, but they're not part of this combat anymore.
Just,
And there are now 3 free discs kind of spinning around in the air. Do you have anything else?
Do I want to eat the opportunity attack to take cover? This one is asleep. No, this
Yeah.
one's
You said this guy had 2 damage from the save? From the save against?
Mm-hmm. No, Melvin will brave it out.
Okay. We got, let's see, so that was those 2 gnolls, they're gone. That gnoll. Alright, so this gnoll laughs maniacally and takes a shot at Melvin, who does not have cover, with his longbow. That's a crit.
I mean, he's right next to me.
No, it's the one out here.
Ah. Okay. Yes.
For 8 damage.
Ooh,
And then
boy.
looking at his chances, he gets the hell out. He moves 40 feet that direction. The remaining one throws down his spear and starts running. Do you want to take an opportunity attack?
Sentinel.
Melvin is mad enough that he would do that. Yeah.
Okay, give me that AF.
That is a 12.
That hits.
Yeah, boy.
They can't have their
Clonking
shields
with-
out if they're shooting you.
Clonk him with my sword for 7 damage.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, you got a nice gash in the back of his back. As he drops his spear to the ground, turns. Let's give him an athletics to try and jump down. He makes it. Slides down the edge of this tower and then continues running. So he is double moving. He is getting the hell out. And that's the end of the Knowles turns.
All right. So these discs.
Yeah.
Are these like standard sort of discs? Like,
They
do we
look
know
a
how
lot
to use
like
them?
Spencer's floating disc, but they only work in Sharn, and they can be controlled to fly as opposed to just hover over the ground.
All right. I'm taking one. I'm gonna fly over here.
Mhm.
How fast can
Yeah,
I move? Can I get there this turn?
The disc is 40 feet of movement.
Okay. So
Where's the disc you took?
it was from right here.
Okay,
There was
I'm gonna-
one. There was a guy right here, right?
Let's see. Oh, they all fell off their discs when they got hit by the thunder wave. So just use that for you.
Okay. So 10,
Don't
20,
disc.
30. I'll take it. Don't worry. So I can get to the lady.
Yeah.
And then I would like to use my action to tip her disc 90 degrees.
Okay, go ahead. And give me a athletics check. It's not going to be hard.
Oof, but my athletics is not great. That's a 6. That's all right. I got a minute.
And she disappears
Oh.
into the streets below.
Great.
That was cold-blooded.
No one threatens my guests twice.
Nilo, you're up.
Can I perform? Can I perform a hide action up top behind some
Yeah,
baggage
there's plenty of cover to get to hide
and
behind.
get an angle to shoot this fleeing guy?
Yeah, if you can hide as a bonus action, right?
Right.
Yeah, go ahead and give me that hide check, and then give me that attack, and I'll tell you if you have advantage or not.
Sure. That is. It's a 17 on stealth.
Yep. Go ahead and take the attack with advantage.
Okay. It's going to be a 13 to hit.
Yep.
And so for, I think, the first time, I actually get to add my sneak attack. This is very, very exciting. And the dice vanished. They're gone.
Sneak attack proves
It's so sneaky.
That's them.
That's them. So that's gonna be 12 points of extremely sneaky damage.
And with a yelp, the Noel takes the arrow directly in his neck and tumbles off that side of the tower.
Awesome. It does
And
occur to me that we still don't know what room the safe house is.
I mean, your bloodlust should be able to provide that information for us, right? Hmm?
I mean, I met this gnome earlier today that can speak with dead.
The halfling parade is still going on. I mean, that whole thing took maybe 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's still tons of maybe 20 or 30 halflings on glide wings in the air with big banners.
I'm gonna ask them if any of them saw. I'm gonna float over there with my disc.
Yep.
And ask if any of them saw where the people on the disc, Knowles on the disc, came from.
Oh, hello, sister.
Up, wave
Joining us in our parade.
for the moment, anyway.
Go ahead and give me persuasion.
All right.
And let me roll to see if this person actually saw that.
Holy crap! I actually rolled a persuasion check.
Mm-hmm.
That's Sorry, 19.
Well, I saw them casting that ritual down on the uppermost floor of that tower below you.
Huh? And I'll
Basically,
him.
like right there.
I'll
I
go
don't know
back
where
and let the
exactly they came from, but I definitely saw that woman on the disc performing a ritual to make the discs.
I'll think about that for a moment and then realize I'm not super sure how long these discs are gonna last. And I'll float back.
Are you trained in Arcana?
No.
Okay, well, you don't know.
Yeah, I don't listen. I have people for that. And I'll float back, and I'll let them know two things. One of which is that they cast a spell on the floor below us, so we should check there. And two, that they cast a spell to use these discs, so I cannot recommend it out of good faith.
On the floor below where we are now, or the top floor of this building?
Yeah, in the top floor of this building.
Okay. I say we just have Rehkhan feather fall us down there if he still can.
Yeah, I can handle that.
Rehkhan, do you want to give me an Arcana?
We could take the discs, and then if we start tumbling, he can cast the spell.
I mean, we have our feather fall icons, but I mean, Nilo doesn't want to use that if he can just use Rehkhan's spell slot instead.
My Arcana of 17.
Similar enough to tensors that you're pretty sure they'll last at least half an hour.
No, I'll say that.
Yeah, so I say we hop on these discs. We keep Rehkhan as our backup.
Okay. Well, we only have one disc though, don't we?
No, we've got a few.
Yeah, there's a
couple.
around here. I'll
And
cast
I've got
actually,
I've got two personally.
There's one that's kind of skittering out in the middle of nowhere. Willow, go ahead and give me a intelligence check to try and grab that one if you want to get one for everybody. Just try and control that one when you're not riding it.
That's 5.
You almost fall off, and it's still skittering out there.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I recommend someone else make this intelligence check.
Sorry, I was casting Healing Word on myself.
Who's the smart one of the group? You reckon? Nilo?
It can't possibly be me. My intelligence is 10.
Rehkhan. That's how it's pronounced, thank you. But yeah, I can make that check. Allegedly. 13?
Yeah, you can get control of it and bring it back so someone else can ride it. So you each now have one of these discs.
Yay! Down we go.
Okay.
Meow.
Where'd my revealer go? It looks like... Oh, there it is.
Wow.
So the spiral stairway ends here, and you came through here on your way up. There are 2 apartments on this level.
Okay. Do we think that both of them are in use, or should we just break into one, and if it's like a poor immigrant family, we just apologize and then go next door?
That sounds like a plan to me.
I mean, it's usually the action movie trope, right?
Okay. We don't have anybody in this party that can reasonably take point, do we? Like, are you taking the disc all the way down? Like, you're gonna ride the disc at the end of the adventure?
I don't see a reason not to.
The ceiling's a little low to ride the discs in here for anyone except the Halfling.
Right. That's why I'm on the disc. It helps me walk with grace and aplomb. I'll take the door because that way I'm well placed to apologize if it turns out we've broken in on a poor halfling innocent family.
That sounds like a good idea. Yes.
Oh, this door is open. This is public. It's this door or this door.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go with this door.
I'm gonna bring up the rear. In fact, I'm gonna close this door behind us if it's possible.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it doesn't latch or anything. Again, this is a public building, so the hallways are part of public space, basically, but the interiors. So you're opening this door?
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't see the door on the.
Check. Yeah, I had to erase more of the wall. That door is locked.
I poofed. I don't know where I went.
Give me a second.
Thank you.
So this door is locked. I'm gonna go try this door first before we make any crazy movement.
Okay.
That door is unlocked.
I'll open it up.
While she's doing that, I'm going to unlock this door.
I'm going to need a Thieves' Tools, and then I'm going to need Initiative, because there are 4 Kenku poorly hidden in the room. Your passive perception is higher than their stealth.
Well, I don't have anything against Kenku.
Is that Dex, Thieves' Tools?
I think
Yeah.
the Kenku are about to have a problem with us, so...
That's a 13.
Yeah, I mean, I'll roll for initiative.
It's a 13 on Thieves' Tools to open that door.
Give me 1 second to check. I have the DC of those here. That passes.
Okay, so this door is
so-
open.
Yeah, go ahead and put yourself on Initiative, Brick.
I did. 14.
Okay. And let me roll for the Kenku. So nobody's surprised because they heard you coming, but they rolled terrible on their stealth.
Are Kenku one of the types of people in Eberron who would be a member of, like, Droam? Like, is that the sort of situation we're dealing with here?
There are humans in Droam too, but...
No, I know, but, like, we heard that this gang is made up of monstrous races. Would a Kenku be colloquially known as that?
Yeah.
They are giant humanoid bird people that could make any noise you've ever heard. If that's not a monster, then this setting is too ridiculous for me.
I wouldn't say that most people would clarify a Githyanki or a Githzerai as a monstrous race, and they're way more terrifying than Kenku. I don't think he judges on appearance.
So, yeah, there are 4 Kenku hiding in the room inexpertly. When you open the door, and you're the first to react.
Then I'm going to cast Sleep.
Okay.
And try to make this room a little bit more manageable. That is 30 hit points of creatures. It can hit anyone in this room.
Where's the sleep centered? I'm just going to do
It's got 20-foot radius from here.
Yeah, I just wanted to do the closest for ties on hit points.
Oh, okay.
2 Kenku fall to the ground with the sound of a small sack of potatoes hitting the floor. That's your action. You want to have a bonus or a move?
Yeah, I want to have a movement. I'm going to say Kenku in this door.
Great. Now the other 2 Kenku can make a sound like a sack of potatoes hitting the floor.
Yep.
That's it for me.
Melvin?
He's muted.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'll describe the room now that you've thrown sleep spells into it. Cabinets hang on the north wall of this large room, which is hazy with the smell of tobacco. Near the east wall stands an overstuffed couch. Rectangular table is turned on its side and blocks the closed door on the south wall. Also, there are 4 Kenku you saw because I rolled a 3 on their stealth.
Nice.
If it makes them feel better, I probably would have cast Sleep into the room anyway.
I'm assuming they have hostile intent.
They have short swords out. They haven't had a chance to do anything since your companion opened the door and cast a spell.
Alright.
I've only got one of those left, by the way, so make it good.
I don't want to fight the Kenku. But I guess I have no choice. No, I shouldn't do that. I'm going to just take the dodge action as
Okay.
What's his name? Nilo tries to unlock that door.
One of the Kenku rushes out with a short sword and takes a stab at Rehkhan. Hitting an armor class of 12.
That just does it.
For 6 damage.
Oof.
The sword
Don't like
just
that.
barely finds its way through your armor, but then slices along the inside of your leg, just sending a ton of blood onto the floor.
Gross.
Second, that's it for those Kenku, and then Nilo, and then the other Kenku.
Okay.
So Nilo, you've successfully picked the lock on this door.
I can open it as a regular interaction, right?
Yeah, that'd be your item interaction for the round, so that wouldn't count as anything.
Go ahead and open it up. Let's see what's in there before I make
Yep.
a decision here.
See if there's a description for this room. That's 4A.
How many Kenku are in it?
All of them.
It just looks like a well-kept apartment.
So we don't know how many Kenku. These guys did not roll a 3 on their stealth. I did have a player play a Kenku in one of my games in the past couple years, and his character's name was the Wilhelm Scream.
Yeah.
Like the actual Wilhelm Scream.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
I
he
got
had
it.
he had a button on his phone,
Yeah.
and he would push it. Okay, so I'm not his
Yeah, just
friend
looks like a
anymore.
well-kept apartment, probably lower class. Without tossing the room, you're not going to get anything more than that unless you want to take an active perception.
No, we'll rob it later. I'm gonna come back up here.
Yeah.
What kind of cover does my man have?
None.
Solly. None. Shoot him. He's within 5 feet of one of my allies.
Yep. Not by choice, mind.
Oh, doesn't matter. So we're looking at a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Because they're lower class and probably squeezing, there could be 40.
Why are my
Kenku in
dice
that room.
just vanishing?
It's extremely weird because there's no fog of war there.
It's also extremely
Ooh,
fun.
that's gonna be 15 points of arrowed.
And you put the arrow straight through his throat. He didn't see that coming and is never going to see anything again after that. Falls to the ground with just a strange squawk.
Okay.
The second one with a sword.
Hold
Sorry,
on.
do you have anything else? Yeah.
I'm trying to decide. You know, I'm gonna bonus action to shift
Mhm.
and take my +3 temp HP.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to move back to. These stairs go down
You're at the top floor of this building.
this position.
Did he hear like a bird die?
This Kenku moves up to here, looks down at the body of his fallen companion, drops his short sword, and dashes up the stairway.
Well, he's got to open the door.
Oh, that's right. He has to use his item interaction for the round to open the door. Oh, he already dropped his short sword. He has to use half his movement to open the door. He gets to there.
I mean, you
that's
said it, not me.
Willow's up with Melvin on deck.
All right. Willow is gonna float into this room and give it a better once-over.
Into which room?
This room, T4B.
Yeah. Do you want to use an active investigator perception for me, please?
Yes, this is a perception. Oof, 5.
You don't. Nothing else stands out. You're pretty sure that table was flung up against the door really recently, and other than that, there's 2 Kenku sleeping quietly in the corners
All right.
in bad hiding positions.
I'm gonna.
It would probably take an action to move that table.
Yeah. I'm gonna get out of the way of my companions, and that's it for me.
You're just leaning against the cabinet. We got Melvin up, I believe.
Floating against the cabinet.
Kenku on deck.
Let's start heading downstairs. 3, 5.
Okay. Just let me know how far down the stair. How much movement do you have to move downstairs?
Oh, I guess I can also use my action to go downstairs. Let's do that. Yeah.
Just keep track of how far you've gone down the stair for me, please. Is that the only thing you want to do this turn, Melvin?
Yep.
We have 1 dead and 1 sleeping Kenku. Then we got Nilo.
Looking into this room, make it active perception, if you don't mind. Well, it's a 6.
It's obvious in the corner, in this corner, opposite the bed, is a set of woodworkers' tools, but that's
Okay.
pretty much the only thing you didn't notice just looking in.
I think
We
like,
already-
nice.
Yeah, probably. I mean, do you have proficiency in woodworkers' tools?
No, why would I?
Then you can't assess the value at a glance. You'd have to actually have a fence tell you.
No other doors or anything in this room. This is a. Where does this go here?
That's a window.
That's a window.
Those are narrow windows. They're about 2 feet tall and 4 feet wide, and they're just open to the air. They have curtains drawn over them potentially. A little bit of mist coming in from the outside.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna move back up around the corner here.
Okay. We have 1 sleeping Kenku and 1 fleeing Kenku. And then we have Willow.
Did you skip me?
I did. I'm sorry. You're at the bottom.
Okay. Yeah, no, people at the bottom of the initiative board deserve to be ignored, let's be honest.
There's a real bright pink die next to you, and it just keeps distracting me.
I mean, that's fine.
Mhm.
Looking around this room, what's in these cabinets over here?
Throwing open the cabinets, they're empty, and they look like they maybe have been recently ransacked. In fact, there's not any dust or anything, and there's a couple of scratch marks, like maybe someone tried to get a lot of stuff out of there quickly.
Okay.
That's not. This will all just be your free item interactions. So you still have the rest of your movement and your action.
I will glance at Willow and make him point to one of the Kenku in the corner, and then draw a finger across my throat.
Well, we don't know that these are like. To be fair, we did break in and then cast a spell on them. Like I personally.
Wait. We.
I'm going to. I'll nod when you look indecisive, and then I'm going to move over here and I'm going to try and drag this table out of the way.
Give me an athletics, please. Strength athletics.
That's that's a 7.
Yeah, that does it. It's not braced or anything. Shove the table out of the way. There's a door behind it.
Okay, that's about all the movement I got. So.
Now we have Willow.
Alright, I'm gonna go open that door.
All right.
So this just says taco.
Taco, yeah.
Like, that's the taco room.
A frantic Knoll is picking up papers and throwing them into a brazier burning at the center of the room. Beyond the brazier, you can see Sergeant Velroy with both hands and feet tied in ropes, bloodied and unconscious on a large mattress.
Okay.
That was your item interaction. Open the door.
I can think of something very rude to do. Which I think would be very funny. I'm gonna
Knoll's here because he's burning things in this brazier.
I'm gonna float over here. Luckily, it's just rude in terms of video games and not rude in terms of polite society.
Yeah.
So Willow can actually do it. And I'm going to give Velroy a good berry to wake her up.
In terms of video
Give me a second to look at Give me a second to look at something real quick.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not crazy, right? This is taco.
Oh, it's definitely taco for sure.
It's definitely the taco room.
Also, really good news about the taco room. We're not murderers.
Wait, why
We
do I
were
care?
right.
So
The good berry doesn't wake her up. It looks like there's something other than unconsciousness, though it does heal her.
Okay, well.
Some condition in addition to, it wasn't damage that had her unconscious. She's beaten, but she's not like beaten within an inch of her life.
I'm going to just take up position here.
Okay. That's the end of Willow's turn. We got Melvin with a Kenku on deck.
Brick, do you think this says tab?
Yes.
I didn't until I noticed this says taco, but now, yes. That says tab. I'm sorry. I'm so
And this
sorry.
is T.
Tay, yeah. Alright, that's Melvin's turn.
Okay, we have a sleeping
Move, and
Kenku.
then-
Now we have Nilo.
Okay. So the Knoll is in there burning papers?
Yeah.
I don't know if we can talk to that'll tell us what was on those papers.
These guys are going to be sleeping for... I guess I don't know how long sleep lasts. And now's not the
A
time.
minute.
I know, but I'm not going to ask you that. That's my regular movement to get here?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not. That's my regular movement because I'm shifted.
Nice.
And melee attack against the sleeping Kenku with my short sword.
Go ahead and take advantage on it. And
That's a...
Oof.
Oh, this guy is so fast.
Nilo rolls out his short sword, walks over, and casually decapitates that Kenku.
That's a big rip.
The coup de grace.
You can roll
He's
the
a
damage if you
shifter.
want.
You don't
No,
even know
I'm
he just
alright.
ripped the dude's head off.
We've got a fleeing Kenku and a dead and a sleeping Kenku, and then we have Rehkhan.
Well, hold on.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize you still had movement.
I have a bonus. I don't have movement. I have a bonus action left.
Okay.
Deciding if I want to use it to get in this room or not.
That's a dead Kenku.
So, looking into the room, like he's just busily throwing papers, or has he turned his...
Yeah, there's a stack of papers that he's pulling off a desk and throwing into this brazier. Or at least he was when the door was opened. He hasn't had a chance to react to Willow yet.
Okay, so he hasn't turned his attention to Willow.
I mean, he's aware that... He's not unaware, but he hasn't a chance. His turn hasn't come up yet. He's at 1 on the initiative.
Okay. I can make an offhand attack with a bonus action. Does it be a melee attack?
No, if you made an attack, you can throw a dagger.
Yeah. Offhand dagger.
You did already use... Did you use your sneak attack on that coup de grace?
I don't have a way to get sneak attack on this guy anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, bonus action, offhand.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
The dagger clatters off the back wall. Anything else?
No, that was it.
Rehkhan, you're up. We got the Knoll and then Willow on deck.
Okay, I'm going to draw my longsword and close into melee with this Knoll because I don't want to throw firebolts into this room and risk burning more stuff. So I'm gonna mix up in melee. And let me just double check, make sure I have that attack on my list so I can see at a glance. Yeah, here we go. That is a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
D8 minus 1 damage. Press 1 damage.
Okay, and you get just a slight slice along the Knoll's arm as you come in with your sword.
Yep.
Just barely
Hopefully
grazing.
Hopefully he'll be more interested in fighting for his life than destroying evidence. Anyway, that's the end of my turn. That's the end of my turn.
Knoll grabs a shield and a spear. He had leaning against the wall, but it takes an action to ready a shield. So you're up, Willow.
Alright, I'm gonna use and active persuasion. And I'm gonna say, last chance, where's Gara? Come on, active persuasion. Oh, that's fine though. Thank you, D4. That is a 14.
And the Knoll looks out the window and kind of laughs with a kind of like, hyena kind of laugh. She's probably already on the next train to Rote. Which is the train that just arrived.
Oh, well. I'll make that throat-slitting motion towards Rehkhan.
Hey, you said that was my last chance. And he kind of makes a motion of putting his spear down on the ground and holding his hands up.
All right, fair enough. No, fair enough. Yeah.
If you hurry, you can catch her. Train hasn't left yet. We got Melvin. No, I'm sorry. You still have movement and whatnot, so.
Yeah. I will use my movement to just hop off the thing and put Velroy onto the disc.
Okay.
And that's it.
Did Melvin hear that?
Yeah, everyone could have heard that. It was he kind of laughed pretty loudly. We got Melvin up with sleeping Kenku and then Nilo.
Melvin is going to run to the electro train.
That's the other direction.
Is it?
Yeah, that's up. You want to go down?
Yeah, we want these.
All right, cool.
Upstairs is airships.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That's the landing platform for you. You leave the train, come up these stairs, go up that skyway, and then you can get a sky coach.
Gotcha.
All right. How far down did you go down the stairs in addition to where you are now?
This is Melvin just he is right there.
Okay, excellent.
This is what he's been doing to catch his turns.
And then we got Nilo.
So the Kenku's still asleep?
Oh yeah.
And I can see this guy here?
That's your friend.
Oh, he's standing next to this guy here. They're both green. So
the Knoll has stopped burning papers, put on his shield, but thrown his spear down on the ground.
Okay.
After telling you that Dara's already on the next train out of here.
And Willow's letting him go.
Willow has put Velroy onto the disc, and that's it.
Yeah, Willow looks like she's letting him go, but
Okay.
Willow's back is also currently turned, putting Velroy on a disc. So
What does it look like? He's about to leave to like break and run.
No, I mean he'd have to run through you to do that. He just looks like he's standing here, not attacking. He's got his shield up in case you want to take a shot at him, but he's not making any hostile motions. He doesn't have a weapon, and he stopped throwing papers from the desk into the brazier.
This isn't a persuasion action. This is going to be my free. I can say something on my turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to yell at him to drop the shield. Then he can go.
Okay. I mean, it's gonna take. He can't do that until his turn. So.
Ah, damn it.
He'll say, "Okay, I'm happily taking my one chance." And he looks like he's ready to take his shield off.
Let me look at the turn order here. Rehkhan, are you going to let this guy go? Because my thought is, I'm thinking about holding an action, and then his turn, if he does... you know what? Just fucking shoot him. I'm making this too complicated. This is really dumb. Just...
I mean, that's you, man.
That's
you.
Only an 11 to hit.
No, it doesn't hit. I thought you said I had a chance.
I said no such thing.
Do you have anything
I
else?
remember a conversation very like this.
I'm good here, actually.
Okay. We got Rehkhan.
I'll roll my eyes at. I will. I really don't know what to do because, one hand, kill this guy because Trigger Happy McGee back there is like, yeah, shoot him.
No, it's Nilo.
Like I said, Trigger Happy McGee.
I don't know who McGee is.
Trigger Happy McGee.
Listen, I know Nilo. If we leave the room and close the door, he's too lazy to open it back up.
I'm gonna grab this Knoll by the scruff of his neck and drag him out of the room.
Yeah, give me a melee attack with proficiency and strength.
If I can. Ha, that's only an 8.
He does not resist, so yeah.
Alright, then, yep. So 5, 10, 15 gets me back into here.
Mm-hmm.
And set him right there. And I'm gonna tell him my excitable companions notwithstanding, yes, you are free to go.
Okay. Do you want to do anything else?
You said I
Nope,
decapitated this other Kenku?
You know what? I could dash and get him across the rest of the room. Yeah, there.
Okay. All right, and the Knoll flings his shield to the ground as his action. Oh, it's not an action to remove a shield; it's an action to put on a shield. So yeah, flings his shield to the ground, makes his way out here, grabs one of the discs that you guys had come in on, and couldn't fit under the ceiling, and flies off.
Oh.
Before we leave, how much longer do we have on this sleep spell? Like 30 seconds or whatever? We're going to be out of here by then?
30
Round.
seconds, yeah.
I'm going to take this Kenku's head and place it gingerly on this sleeping Kenku, and
Okay.
then close the door behind me after we're gone.
I'm gonna not see that happen because
Yeah.
we are gonna go this
Very
way.
inconsiderate. I'll make sure Willow doesn't see me. We don't have to argue about it later.
Yeah.
Could just be my
And
little
heading
secret.
downstairs. Whole group.
Yes.
All right, give me 10 seconds here. Go.
Can I? Is Velroy not waking up even if I shake her?
If you shake her, she wakes up.
Yeah, I'm shaking her.
All right.
Shaking the
Give me
baby.
about 10 seconds then, because I got 5 or 6 things to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pump the brakes, Nodal.
And
No.
I'll bring your guys out of the fog of war since I have the next map loaded.
I will never pump the brake.
Nope. Yep.
Well, I even have brake.
You know, if they're anti-lock, you probably don't need to pump them.
Right.
Okay. Ooh, hey. That wasn't an inconvenient place, at least. Let me pull you out.
That's right.
Gotta clean this table up a little bit.
You know, I could just get another one of these revealers and fly around on that, revealing all I can see in front of me.
Alright, and then you guys came down through there, so... There's the full map. Okay, there we go. So everyone coming down the stairwell is here, and yeah, you can shake Vilroy awake. That works.
Yeah, I'll shake her.
All right. Where is Vilroy? Oh no! Don't worry about me. I mean, she's bound just with ropes.
I have to ask though.
Hmm?
Were you captured or are you in on it?
No, they got me. Apparently, they tracked us back by some member of a crime guild that tried to infiltrate that they interrogated. Don't worry about me. Go stop that half-ogre. She's apparently on the next train. I'll be okay. They just poisoned me a little.
Alright. I say we go.
Yeah, Melvin's not even...
Make haste.
He is running towards that train.
Yeah,
Very
so you guys
important.
Comes down to here.
After 30 seconds or so, do we hear the sound of a Kenku screaming his head off upstairs?
No, because he never heard that before. We hear the sound of a thump.
I mean, we're not 30 seconds beyond yet.
Oh, that's funny. Just a bell rings.
Yeah. An alarm spell goes off. It's a very literal Kenku.
And as you get to the bridge at the bottom, okay, so this door is open because this is a public space. Like, these are private tenements in here.
Okay.
This is a public space. This is a public space. This door and this door are open. Out on the bridge, we have a harpy. Let's find. Oh. Sorry, I don't remember how these menus work very well. Opponents, pawns. There we go.
Don't get used to it. They'll change in 3 months anyway.
And 3 warforged who are beaten up and look very familiar. They are reluctantly brandishing maces. So let me go ahead and roll initiative for these guys. You guys can all enter from the top of the round. You'll basically just your first bit of movement will put you into the number 13.
Okay.
Okay, so I got the harpy at +1. Harpy at 5. All right. So yeah, let's see that. So yeah, Willow, you guys had that conversation quickly in the stairwell. Are you leaving her there on the disc, or?
She can handle herself, I guess. That's what she said.
Okay. Then yeah, as you come down the stairs, you see 3 reluctant-looking warforged with maces and a harpy. The harpy is clearly hostile. And Willow, you're up.
All right.
I'll put you over there.
The harpy is the only one that looks hostile?
All the warforged are branding their maces as if they're ready for combat, but they don't look like they like it. They're all pretty beaten up and very dirty.
All right. I am going to float down on my majestic disc since she said to leave her behind, and I've always been willing to take someone at their word.
Yeah.
Brandish my dragon mark to the 3 warforged standing out in front, and say House Galanda would take it as a personal favor if you would leave this harpy to us. make a persuasion check.
Yeah.